how to be able to know whether or not the ingredients in your skincare or makeup products will break you out or not. This is actually a comment that I recently got on a video. Someone said that they looked up a specific ingredient and it was said that it was non-comedogenic, meaning it won't cause comedones or acne. But then they looked it up on another website and it said that it would cause pimples. What the heck is going on, and how do we read these ingredients and know what's actually going to work for us and if ingredients are toxic or safe? I wanted to address this really quickly tonight because, as you can tell, skin science is late and I've had a very busy week. But when it comes to our products, and especially if we have acne, we don't want to use things that are going to make it worse. But how are we supposed to be able to figure it out? Specifically the term non-comedogenic and dermatologist tested. You might have seen these on a bunch of different products, but I want to tell you, a lot of times they're lies. And I want to explain this to you so you can save your money and don't have to waste your time and your precious skin, because your skin takes 28 days to renew, which means if you're like me, you're only testing 12 new products a year to see if they actually work. You want to make the best use of that time. So let's first tackle non-comedogenic or comedogenic. A comedone, as we know, is one of these nice little pimples here. It is something that has an open pore, such as a blackhead, open comedone, such as a blackhead, or a closed one, such as a whitehead. And non-comedogenic means that technically it won't cause pores, correct? Well, we have to ask, what makes something non-comedogenic? There were actually tests done, I think about 50 years ago, where they basically took different ingredients and they tested them on animals and basically said, are these animals going to break out? The animals they happened to use were rabbits, and they tested them on the rabbit's ear. And they would say things like coconut oil is a level 4, like it's comedogenic. It caused blackheads and pimples on the rabbit. Well, guess what? Does my skin look like a rabbit to you? When these were tested in humans, it was found that a lot of these results weren't even correct because a rabbit has dramatically different skin than we do. And even the squalene, even the sebum, which is made of squalene, of waxy esters, and of other ingredients, in those animals is different than us. Just the way some scientists are testing mice when it comes to acne bacteria, the mice didn't get acne, even when they gave the mice acne from our skin. But when they actually changed the mice's oil, meaning the oil mimicked our skin that the mice don't naturally produce, then the mice got acne. I will try to list the study for you below. It was done like earlier this year, and it's so sad that they test on animals. But that being said, it just goes to show that animal tests don't always validate results in humans. Do I look like a mouse? Do I look like a rabbit? So unfortunately, these tests were done on animals, and a bunch of products say they are non-comedogenic, meaning non-comedogenic in rabbits. But that doesn't always translate to humans. Now, full transparency, some of these ingredients and some of these chemicals were later tested on humans if they were seen as safe in animal studies. They wanted to make sure they were safe in animals first before they put them on humans. Some of them were found to agree with the scale, but many of them completely failed. And so I want to tell you that although non-comedogenic is supposed to mean it doesn't clog pores, remember that they could be using the results from the rabbit ears. So instead of just relying on that, you actually want to check ingredients. But if you're checking ingredients, how are you supposed to know what all of these complex things mean? I mean, if we look at the sunscreen, which I like, the first thing we have is aluminum hydroxide. Anybody who's not a chemist know what that is. We've got dimethicone. You've probably heard of it before, but do you know what it does? It smooths over the skin. You've got iron oxides, titanium. You've got mica. You've got polysilicone 11. I love number 11. You've got synthetic wax. What is all that, and how do I know if it's going to break me out? One reference that you can use for toxicity as well as to see if there's any scientific papers on breakouts is the EWG, the Environmental Working Group. They have a website called, I think it's called Skin Safe. What's it called? It's been a long week. As you can see, Skin Science didn't go up today. Your girl is very tired and I can't think right. But it is the Environmental Working Group. I think it's called Skin Safety or Consumer Safety. Somebody, I will leave it in the comments below. But this is a really great reference that basically shows all of the medical and all of the scientific paperwork that was done on specific ingredients. So you can take the ingredients from any skincare product or any single makeup product, put them in and see, are there toxicology results? Is there anything in that that has been shown to cause issues in humans or to cause breakouts in humans? And it's not foolproof, but as far as toxicity goes, it's a really good place to start. And I want you to start reading these ingredients and getting used to them. We do have a skin science video, on how to read your ingredients. I think it was Skin Science week 3. I will link that to you. As you can see, Skin Science is late this week, which I apologize for. And I have a list of excuses, but I'm not going to give them to you because why make excuses when you could make results? Your girl is very tired. Had a speech today, got to meet one of the people that she's looked up to for a year. And your girl also did some tests this week. So yay, school. Anyways, that being said, the last thing I want to tackle is Dermatologist Tested. If you see Dermatologist Tested, that doesn't mean much. Let's pretend for a second that I'm a dermatologist, which I am not, but let's pretend. Okay, ready? Dermatologist Tested. I tested it. That doesn't mean I liked it. Just because something was tested doesn't mean approved. When you are reading those skincare labels, if you see the word dermatologist, I want you to look for the word approved, not just tested. If it's tested, it's just marketing. They're just trying to get you to spend their money. Okay? If it says approved, that means a dermatologist actually liked it. But you also have to ask who the dermatologist was and what it was they liked about it to make sure that it's right for your skin. So that being said, this all stemmed because I was late on today's Skin Science video, full transparency, time got away from me. And number 2, because I saw this comment in a YouTube video of mine and I thought to myself, that is a damn good question. How are people supposed to know what breaks them out or not? So I hope that you can use this to understand what those different labels mean. And I hope that you can use the EWG's resource as well as there's a resource on paulaschoice.com. They have an ingredient dictionary, which is really good. And both of those are references that you can use to look up specific ingredients and see whether or not they will break you out. Because unfortunately, you cannot always trust the packaging. And if you watched the Skin Science video, you know what else to look for, and you know when to turn that stuff around every time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your patience with me as I go through testing this week, as I give some speeches, and as I take a moment to work towards some of my future goals. The YouTube burnout is real, and sometimes I feel that this constant pushing of content gets in the way of me achieving some of my long-term goals, such as what I want to study, what I want to do for others, and the larger impact I want to reach. But I want to thank you for your patience and understanding that my Wi-Fi sucks, and Comcast is just a load of crap that takes my money every month. And I want to thank you for being a part of this community. You're taking the initiative right now to understand your skin, to get empowered instead of just sit in a corner and cry because life is tough. Guess what? It's always going to be tough. And anyone who says it's easy is lying to you. But it's those tough moments that turn you into the person that you're meant to be. And that's something that's helped true in my life. And I hope that even if you're going through something right now, you can recognize that it's all for a bigger purpose. I love you. I hope that you feel educated and inspired by the tips within this video. If you did, give this video a thumb, preferably an up one, but a down one is also valuable feedback for me. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe and the ding dong notification bell so that when I do upload an acne update this week and a video on coconut oil and a Skin Science video, you won't miss it. Thank you for understanding. I love you, beautiful butterflies, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Read your labels. Bye.